Hello, America. It's time to check the nonsense at the door, clear the cobwebs between your ears, and have a rational-ish conversation. This is the lost art of common sense.
That's right, America. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Josh.
And this is the lost art of common sense midterms.
Dun, dun, dun.
And I'd just like to remind everybody to like, subscribe, share on Rumble, preferably. Please try to do everything onto Rumble. If any of our subscribers that are on YouTube, please switch over to Rumble just so we can speak our mind. I don't know if we're going to be able to put this episode on on YouTube or not. We'll see how it goes.
We'll put it on. We'll just get our second strike.
Yeah, we'll just get a strike and be banned for a week. So, midterms. Josh, that was a hard night.
Yeah, it was more of a red droplet than a tsunami, I guess. I mean, it's looking like it's better than what it was before yesterday, but yeah, it was extremely disappointing, and I have lost probably the last bit of respect I have for most of the electorate in the country. Well, at least half.
Oh, yeah. We're recording this on Wednesday, the day after election day, but now it's probably going to be election week and a half, month. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know how elections are supposed to work, so I didn't know. Here's my problem. You should not have mail-in voting for a month before the election. Even 2 weeks, I think, is too much. I think you should be able to, you can mail in the week before. I'd say that's probably, or maybe a week and a half. All right, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. That's what I'm giving you.
You shouldn't have mail-in voting, period.
I mean, it has to be a good reason to mail-in vote. Like
what is that? Absentee ballot. That's the only mail-in voting you should have, period.
There shouldn't be mail-in voting if you're in the area and can go to your voting area. It's election day. And I'm a big proponent of nobody working on election day so people can go out and vote. I think that's how you solve this problem. And you say, fuck your fucking mail-in. Everybody has the day off. They can go vote.
Should be a national holiday.
It should be a national holiday.
Important thing you can do as a U.S. citizen as far as your government and patriotic
absolutely
goes.
And I don't know why it's not. It's so stupid. But circling back to disappointment, as of right now, it's 49-48 for the Senate, leaning towards Republicans. I think the Republicans will win Nevada, and I think they'll win Arizona still. Arizona's at 67% counted at 6 o'clock, almost 7 o'clock p.m. on the day after.
Way to stay classy, Arizona.
I mean, it is the worst run state in the union.
But don't worry. If there's any problems with the election, the Secretary of State, who is in charge of the election integrity and all that stuff, will make sure it gets done properly and fairly. Although I do think it's also the person running as a Democrat candidate for governor. But that has nothing to do with it.
No, and I'm sure
neither here nor there.
I'm sure the tabulators going down had nothing to do with anything.
Well, they get used a lot, Kevin. It's just worn out.
It wasn't the tabulators. It was the printer ink on the ballots themselves.
Do you think you'd run some dry runs so you don't look like a bunch of assholes like you did in 2020?
20%. 20% of the tabulators or the ballots they had were not printed correctly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's just so fucking stupid. It's always, and it's always in Republican heavy areas that this shit happens. Not saying that's a coincidence, but
I think
it just seems weird. I am. I'm not saying it's a coincidence. It's definitely not a coincidence. It's definitely.
I don't know. It's just like, it's weird though. Like, this is like the one time in the polls actually showed like Republicans winning something. So we're like, oh shit, if the polls are showing it, it's going to be this giant tsunami caused from Godzilla. But I don't know why I threw that in there. I think
you said tsunami.
And I just wanted to say Godzilla.
Because I don't know why you wanted to say it. It's so weird.
It's fun to say. You should try saying it. Say it.
I'm good.
Say
I'm
it,
good. Nope, too angry to say
Ah,
Godzilla.
see, you said it. No, but like, and then it's just weird how the Republicans underperformed when generally, based on the polls, they overperformed. I'm not saying there's any fraud or any of that bullshit, but there's just, I mean, it could just be something wrong with the electorate. Like people may have just completely tuned out to where they only, like, say someone has always voted for a Democrat, or you have wish-washy people who are independents who have no, like, oh, I'm an independent, I just pick whatever. And um, I have my own little things to say about independence, but whatever. Um,
I'll say him.
they lack conviction. Um, but like John Fetterman, he beat old Doctor O pretty bad, and I don't know if I mean Grant Oz was a shit candidate. I don't think he was a real Republican. Like his whole past points him more toward, like, I would say almost
Almost far
radical
left.
left. Yeah,
Yeah.
but like people chose to vote for someone who has been proven to have brain damage and can't talk, and they have no idea if his lack of communication skills has anything to do with his information processing abilities.
Oh, I know.
So like people in Pennsylvania, you're fucking stupid.
You are
Anybody who
fucking
voted for
stupid.
Fetterman, you're fucking stupid.
God, I hope we have a Pennsylvanian listening. And if you voted Republican, great. If you didn't, you're a fucking moron. Because I mean, you saw Biden and you're like, hey, let's one
I
up.
want some more of that.
I want some more of that guy.
Let's turn it up to an 11.
Yeah, well. And here's the problem. I think the Republican Party was almost afraid to go after Fetterman because of his disability. I think they should have gone after everything he stood for, all his wild fucking far left fucking things. It just left the whole fucking, he can't fucking speak or learn or read or talk or, do anything a normal human can do without a stroke. And all they had to do was go after his policies. And I think they would have got the independence. That's what I think.
I agree. Think, like the dude's policies are fucking crazy. Like he did some flip flopping. Like he's like, no, I'm for fracking, which is kind of a big deal in Pennsylvania. Like the people who voted for Fetterman. Now, granted, you could argue that it was mostly, I don't know what district it is, but like big
Pittsburgh or what? Yeah,
Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, or just Pittsburgh?
Both.
But like Pittsburgh's like, that's a steel town, right? That's why they're called the Steelers.
Yeah, but they also have a lot of union.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like even today, at this point, if you look at what the Democrat Party is doing, if you're a union worker and you're voting for the Democrat Party, you're voting against your own interests. That's what I don't understand. Like I know someone said like Californians keep voting for Democrats who are literally destroying their state because apparently they got water on the brain and they're not making the connection between the policy and the problem. Like they keep
Same
voting
thing
for
with
all
New
these
York.
policies. Yeah. I mean, you know what? I like the sudden rise in crime and being told what to do and what I can do, and have someone who, I mean, like Hochul has the crazy eyes. Like she's like got that glaze, and she comes off more as a cult leader. And like, you know what? I'd rather have that, even though she was an unelected governor and running stuff, and then the mayor's a Democrat in New York City, and crime's going through the roof. Now, I'm not going to blame New York, because if you look at the map, New York is like 95% red, like landmass wise. The only blue spots are like New York and then some other elitist town. I don't know what
Albany.
But Albany. But like other than that, the whole fucking state is red.
Yes.
So it's like, thanks, New York City, who's actually suffering from the biggest crime wave in decades, for electing someone who's into no cash bail and all that. So, I mean, you know what? When your fucking state goes to shit, your city goes to shit, you can't survive. You can't, you got to worry if you're going to get shot going to the grocery store. It's on you. You can make excuses all you want, but it all comes down to the voter. It's all on us.
And Michigan, same thing. Gretchen Whitmer, come on. This woman was a tyrannical leader in her state for during COVID. She made everybody lock down and pretty much disobeyed every rule she put down for herself. She just disobeyed all the rules. And people seem to have forgot that, or they're just fucking dumb as shit.
Give me a little bit of both. There's a lot of lead in the water lines up there.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't
Do
get
you
it either.
notice though that where you see all these like, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying like anything happened, but it is weird that some of these like wins that you see also happen in an area that had a lot of question marks above them after the 2020 election. Where you're just trying to be like, why in the hell would anybody reelect Gretchen Wilson or whatever her name is? Is it Gretchen
Whitmer?
Wilson? Whitmer, yeah, Gretchen Whitmer.
Gretchen Wilson's a country singer, I think, right?
Either that or somebody from Harry Potter.
I don't know. Gretchen is an English name, isn't it?
I don't know.
Hey, mate. No, that's Australian. Sorry. Hello, governor.
Hello, morning. I'm sitting over here, married to Gretchen. I already forgot her name again. She's not, rememberable. She's like just a passerby, but I like being locked down. I never liked planting seeds in the first place.
Yeah, you couldn't even go to the hardware store to get seeds.
Patents for losers.
I mean, oh my god, it was her tyrannical fucking rule. And people were like, "Yeah, no, that's cool. Don't worry about it. It probably won't happen again."
I don't get it.
You fucking
I mean,
morons.
I don't get it.
Herschel Walker, and that he was a pretty bad candidate too.
Well, it's just like I don't know.
Well, all the people in Georgia, we couldn't find any better than Herschel Walker.
Well, the funny thing is, apparently Herschel Walker.
He was a great football player.
Yeah, and he I agree with a lot of stuff he said, but like when it came out, like I thought it was like a really bad scandal, and it came out that he paid for an abortion. I'm like, well, that should get him some Democrat votes because they love killing babies.
Yeah.
But like apparently someone's like, yeah, he has a tendency to lie a lot.
Yeah.
Like I heard somebody say that.
That's not a good.
It's like, well, he lies a lot.
Well, I mean, whatever,
It's like that's
so is every politician. So
yeah.
If
they're talking, they're lying.
They thought the guy in New Hampshire was going to beat Maggie Hassan, Bodock. He lost by 10 points.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, that was an ass whooping, and they thought that was going to be close.
See, that's what I don't understand, though. Like, everything that's going on right now, unless people are dumb and they actually think it's Trump's fault, which I'm sure there are literally people in this country that think that the high gas prices and high-priced everything, as well as the unstable current situation of the world, is Trump's fault. Like, I guarantee you there's people out there that think that.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
I
don't know.
Yeah, I hear it all the fucking time. I don't know. I just don't see how you can see the economy, see the fuel prices, see how the world's going in general, and be like, these people are doing a good enough job to, keep their job.
Well, and there's actually signs going into some of these places that say there's no diesel fuel. So now we're actually dealing with diesel shortages. And here's the thing. You're not probably going to see that in Iowa. You're not going to see it in Texas. You're not going to see it in Florida. States that have their shit together, you're probably not going to see that. Just
you are going to see it is in California, New York, everywhere on the coast where all our shit comes in.
Well, except for Florida.
Well, yeah. We can't. I don't think Florida
has enough. There's another explanation on why DeSantis just whacks the shit out of what's his face, and why they're also thinking why we
because Charlie Crist was also a bad candidate.
No, he was horrible, but it's
like Beto.
Yeah, Beto's just I swear,
Chris is another guy that he's run for everything. Mm-hmm. He's just like Beto. He's tried to run for everything.
Well, what they're saying though is DeSantis barely won by a point last time. Well, Florida and Texas have both seen an influx of people, and apparently the rumors are true. They actually are Republicans moving out of these shithole states. So the problem is a lot of the votes that these Republicans are counting on were being cast for DeSantis in Florida.
Really?
Yeah, like I mean, you got to think shit tons of people left California and New York this year, and most of those people were probably leaning right, center right. So I mean, it's gonna have to get so there are some people saying like it'll have to get damn near to the point where you have to go to the gas station with a wheel or like a grocery store with a wheelbarrow full of cash to buy a loaf of bread.
I mean, it looks like two California House. I mean, California's also red. A lot of red.
Oh yeah,
Like half the state's red.
I would say a majority of the landmass is red.
Yeah, and they're going to win one, two, three, possibly 4 to 5 House seats in California.
If California could break itself in half, north and south, I'm pretty sure
Well,
North
I think east
California
and
would
west
be.
because it looks like the whole coast really is blue.
That's where all the rich folk live.
That's where
But
all those
Republicans are the party of the rich,
rich folks and fucking
uppity dicks.
yes, uppity dicks.
A lot of cussing going on in this one, but I'm upset and
Yeah,
disappointed.
I see Colorado. I thought that was more purple, but I guess not.
They've gotten pretty liberal.
Yeah,
I mean, at least their leadership are, which means I mean, because like as I always say, like we always bitch about politicians, but granted, unless there's some kind of massive fraud thing going on, I mean, these people get into power because they're elected into power. The only way you can make real change is for people to pull their head out of their ass. And I'm not gonna lie, it would be hard. I don't know because I actually pay attention. Like, granted, I always vote Republican, but because I agree with what they're doing, like our party hasn't gone balls out crazy.
yeah. I mean, I don't say I'm gonna agree 100% what they're doing. Like I was not happy about any the last year of Trump's fucking presidency, other than maybe his foreign affairs shit, where he did with the Middle East and shit. But his his fucking in country policies sucked during COVID. Let's be real. His whole COVID fucking shit.
Well, yeah, but if you looked at the other side, the alternative was shit.
Yeah, I know. So
Unless you're like pie in the sky, like because Biden's still going out there. Oh, I gotta shut down. There's no more drilling. It's gonna be windmills, and it's gonna be beautiful, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I mean, that's unless you're like that, then you think you're voting for something, but you know, I'm not sure when this is coming out. But just make sure you watch episode 35, 36, and 37. And all you people that are out here doing all this shit for the Democrats, if what we watched and reacted to is the same, you're going to find out what happens to you in episode 3.
yes,
It's not Sandals Resort. Baby.
it is not. You're going to the gulag.
The gulag.
Yes. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much I want to talk about this. This is pissing me off. We better win Arizona, and they better win Nevada, and I'm pretty sure Carrie Lake's going to win Arizona for governor. She's down.
I hope so. Her freaking opponent never really did anything, and then anytime she was interviewed, she comes off as a fucking idiot.
Arizona, all Arizona has left to count is their day of voting.
Well, that should be good because most day of voters are Republicans.
So I believe it's mostly that. So I think she's only down by 0.2 points. So she should win. I'm not sure if fucking Kelly's going to win or Masters is going to win. He's down by like 5 points.
Who is he?
The Republican senator for Arizona.
No. Oh, yeah. So that's a funny thing, too, because is he running against an incumbent? Because that guy was an idiot. The bald
Mark
dude.
Kelly. He's the incumbent. Yeah, Mark Kelly.
Well, and that's just people just are lazy. They don't pay attention, and they just vote for who they know or whatever. Like I said, if the Republican Party went balls out crazy, and the Democrats were the ones saying like, "No, we need to return back to a constitutional republic," I would vote for a fucking Democrat. Here's another thing though, because like I told you, I got in that little text thing because for some reason the Iowa Democratic Party thinks I'm a Democrat woman named Martha.
I could understand that. You look like a Martha,
right? If I was a lady, I think it'd be a Martha.
But is that Superman's mom?
I
Are
think
you
it is.
Superman's mom?
I
And it was
might
also
be.
Bruce Wayne's mom. That's how
Martha.
they. That's how they
It's a
came
strong
together.
name, Kevin.
That's how they came together to be friends.
But here's the thing, though.
Okay.
Like I said, no, I'm not going to vote because of blah blah blah. And basically, what I said is like anyone who votes for a Democrat right now is voting for open borders, an unstable world, and higher priced everything. And they're like, well, Franklin or whatever his name is, he stands for this and this, and he stood up to both Republican and Democrat leaders. I'm like, I don't give a shit because here's the problem. If you vote for a Democrat, you're voting for whatever the leadership says. It doesn't matter what your candidate says because Democrats, which is good for the Democrat Party as far as moving their shit forward, but Democrats vote lockstep.
Yep.
If they're doing something, they all vote for it. So it doesn't matter
Except for
what your
Mansion
candidate says.
and sometimes Cinema.
Manson's a bitch. The only reason why he doesn't vote for he doesn't vote. He'll like vote against party on unimportant shit,
Yeah.
and that's because
Well.
he's actually from a pretty red state, and those
Yeah.
dumbasses need to stop electing him.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
he's just let him down too much. But yeah, other than that, but like when it comes down to the stuff that the Democrats really want to push, he's always voted for it every fucking time. That's why I don't get why everyone's like, "Oh no, you gotta worry, Joe'll save us. He'll be fine." No, he won't. If it comes down to it, he'll vote for it. Like they So it doesn't matter what they're saying. When it comes down to it, they're all going to vote for the crazy ass shit that the Democrat leadership, which has left the Democrat actual party that you used to believe in a long time ago. So if you vote for a Democrat, you're voting for whatever the crazy shit's going on in Washington and all the woke ass shit going on in the country. Prove me wrong, Kevin. And if you don't agree with me out there in America, say it in the comments and make sure you leave a review and we'll read it on the show.
We will read on the show. Bad ones, good ones. We'll read them
Oh,
all.
yeah. We'll just read them. I don't care.
Yeah. And we'll reply to them in person. Well, in our videos. And
we'll show up to your house and ask why you said you just assumed Kevin smells like a bag full of buttholes.
And I'm going to smell like a bag full of buttholes to prove you right.
That was a weird response.
I'll give you a hug. You're going to smell like a bag full of buttholes. It's going to be a bunch of buttholes smelling around here.
How dare you, sir? That's my favorite cologne. It's like Sex Panther, but it smells more like shit.
Yeah.
I had to get that one movie reference in there.
Yeah. But yes, we will read your comments. So leave them.
Yeah.
And we'll reply to them.
We are not the smartest people in the world, obviously. So leave your comments. Let us know what you think.
Especially if you disagree with us. Show us some facts. Don't just go off emotions or anything. We'll be like, oh, you guys are stupid because Trump says boo and I wasn't scared. You know, something like that. I don't want that. You know, give me some facts, give me some numbers, give me your source, and we will debate you.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm proven wrong, I don't care. I will admit I'm wrong.
Yeah,
anytime. But I will try to defend my position. But if you prove me wrong, I will give you a thumbs up and say, "You got me, bro."
You got me,
or
bro.
gal.
Yeah. So, yeah, we've gotten quite a bit of uptick the last couple of videos. So I just need more people to like the videos and share them and subscribe and
tell
comment.
your friends if you like the show. Tell them, hey, you guys might like these two idiots. They talk about stuff and they're somewhat entertaining. I don't really go to them for my news, but if I'm having a lame day, they make me laugh.
Yeah, they talk about buttholes. Well, smelling buttholes, smelly buttholes.
That's not
smelling like
smelling buttholes. Yeah,
smelling.
Oh my god! I'm pretty random, Kevin, but you are literally always the one who takes the show way, way off the rails.
Smelling like buttholes is what I meant to say, not
That's
smelling
not what
buttholes.
You said.
I know. I just forgot a word there.
I need to start cutting these little things out you say and turn them in and put them on the soundboard.
Yeah. So I think. Do you have anything else on the election other than the leadership for the Republican Party is garbage?
Oh yeah. Well, I will say that I do kind of blame McConnell for some.
I absolutely blame McConnell.
He's a piece of shit, and if the Republicans actually do take the Senate back, they need to elect a different majority leader because McConnell is a straight up. I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican. Everybody should hate McConnell because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Cocaine Mitch and milquetoast fucking McCarthy should be fucking outed.
Yeah, I think that's a problem with both parties because, like, they say, like, oh, blah, 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 you got their time in, so it's their turn. If they're a piece of shit, they're a piece of shit. Elect the best leader. Jim
Exactly.
Jordan, baby.
I think
Woo!
I don't understand why they wouldn't elect him in the first place. Like he was up for against McCarthy for minority leader, and somehow McCarthy got it.
Well, don't they choose to run though against him? It's like he should do it again because McCarthy is
Yes.
a weak beta male.
Yes.
I mean, he's not weak because he's a congressman and he could probably be like, "Hey, go rough those guys up." But like, as like just a human being, he comes off as a beta male, and I can't stand those.
Yes. Absolutely. He is a beta male.
Yeah, I mean, not that there's anything necessarily wrong with being a beta male. You are what you are. But when you're in power and like well, look at Canada. That's what beta males do.
Yeah.
All dictators, beta males.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I remember that one time. This is like, 5000 BC when you gave me a wedgie with my tiger pelt, and now I'm the leader of the tribe, and now you're all gonna die.
Yeah. I mean, that's the difference between Republican Party and Democrat Party is Democrats, for as weird and as fucking shitty as their policies are unified and they stay on point of whatever the shit they're talking about. Republicans can be from a big ass rhino. Jesus Christ. Fucking work. But Republicans can be rhinos and then they can go like MAGA Republicans, I guess, is if we want to call them that. And they don't have a clear message on anything.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that one of the issues currently with the Republican Party is it has become a huge tent. But I mean, really, you got two groups out of that tent. Well, no, you probably got three. You got the people that were kind of independent, may have leaned left, but they're just completely left out of the cold by the Democrat Party because they're like, I can't go with those guys. They're fucking crazy. So I guess I'm gonna have to vote Republican. But they really don't do nothing. And then you got the MAGA people, all the terrorists. They're like, America, Constitution, fuck you guns, woohoo! And then you have the rhinos that are just like, don't want to do anything.
Yeah, and that's unfortunately who's in control is the rhinos.
That's
Because they don't want to do anything. They just want to be in power.
Yeah, they do just enough to stay in power, but not enough to make any difference. That's why it's like, even walking up to this, even if it would have been a red tsunami, it's like they're not going to fucking do anything. Republicans
No, they wouldn't.
Are like, I'm just not going to vote for a Democrat because Democrats, especially now, have turned into crazy assholes, and they're literally destroying the country. So there's no way in hell I can vote for a Democrat. But I'm not going to not vote, so I have to vote for Republicans and then just be disappointed when they absolutely do nothing to improve the country. They don't do nothing to hurt it. They don't do nothing to improve it. They just don't do nothing.
Well, I mean, and honestly, right now, that's all we need them to do.
Well, no, we didn't even do that 2 years ago.
Yeah.
If Biden would have came into the office and just done nothing, he probably would have had like a 60% approval rating.
He probably would. We'd probably have I would say we still have a little inflation. I bet you it'd be under 5% though, or 4%.
Yeah, and if that was going that way, I might even fucking vote for him in re-election. I don't know. Yeah. If he did absolutely nothing and just let shit, it's like
if he would have stayed in his fucking basement, I would have been like, "This is the perfect president."
You have my vote, buddy. You stay down there and play that weird pool game was a bumper pool. Stupidest game in the world.
Yeah,
who the fuck said plays that because I don't know how to play it.
I think it's this pool, right, with this bumpers stuff in the way.
Yeah, it's stupid.
But do you brack them? I don't understand it.
I don't know. I played it once and I just hit balls around really hard.
I know what the table looks like, but I don't think I've ever played it.
It's an octagon or something like that.
Yeah.
Or 6-sided or something like that.
I don't know. It's fucking
I don't
weird.
know. I just know that it's hard to hit the ball in the hole because there's bumpers everywhere.
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, who the fuck wants to play that?
Yeah, stupid. Stupid. It's like whoever came up with hurdles.
Yeah, dumb. But it'd probably take Biden 2 days to play that game. So he's just occupied, not doing shit. So, that's perfect.
That's true. What the fuck is that game you play outside?
Lawn darts?
No, that's too dangerous for Biden. No, the one with like the mallets and the balls.
Oh, croquet.
Croquet. Just send him out there with a croquet. He can just hit the balls around. But
Yeah.
that would have made, if he would have came in, done nothing, just done that, that would have made him probably a pretty popular president. I would be
Yeah.
like, hey, you're doing a good job, bro.
If we just controlled the Senate by one person in 2020, if we had one more person in 2020, none of this shit would have happened.
Thank you, Donald Trump, and whatever that lawyer's name is.
Yeah. That fucking ruined
Green or
Georgia.
something like that.
Yeah, they ruined Georgia.
Yeah, they're like, we don't believe in the election, so don't go vote. And there's a bunch of dumbasses like, yeah, that's right, I'm not going to vote. And then we got Warnock.
Yeah, and we still have possibly Warnock, even though I think Herschel Walker will win. Because I think the people who voted for, usually the libertarian vote goes toward a Republican, and he's not going to be on the runoff. So
I
I
still
think
feel like we should kind of adopt not the parliamentary system, but like the old school stuff where we elect people like Stone Cold Steve Austin, and that if they get in an argument, they fight.
ooh, a duel. That's how you
Back
should
in the
do it.
day, they used to get like fist fights and shit. I think we need more of that.
I'm cool with that. You know,
You're just stupid.
I like that. That's what they do in England. That's still, I think.
Could you imagine somebody like that? I mean, I don't know if he's actually like that
Awesome.
in real life. He kind of seems like he might be, but like just like some huge trigger tempered fucking person in Congress or the Senate. I think it'd be great.
That would be awesome.
I mean, it's kind of what Marjorie Taylor Greene's like.
Yeah.
She just doesn't punch people in the face.
Did she get reelected, or was she up? Was she up at all?
She's Congress. She's up every election.
She
You
must
should
have won
look that
then?
up, Kevin. I don't even know what state she's from.
I don't either.
Yeah, because they're trying to get her kicked off the ballot.
I think it's some. I think it's some.
If she
Southern
lost,
state?
I think we would have.
Like I was surprised that Lorraine Boebert lost.
I don't even know who that is. Sounds like a
You know,
stranger.
she's dark hair. She had like she was always with like she tried carrying a gun to the have her concealed carry in the Capitol.
Is that the
Dark haired lady. She's younger. She's probably younger than us. She had glasses. Jesus Christ.
Out of a country of 384 years, dark hair with glasses. You know
Yeah,
what
but
I'm
she was
talking
really
about?
loud. She was like the other one, like with green. That was really like kind of up and coming. I think.
I don't know. I just know that
Maybe it's not Lorraine Boebert. I don't know.
at least we didn't see any 4 a.m. spikes in the voter count.
Lauren
so that's
Boebert.
good.
I said Lorraine because I was thinking Lorraine Bobbitt.
Oh, now I know exactly what you're talking about. I still don't know. Put the picture on your phone. Hold it up to the camera.
I'm trying to find a picture of her.
I'll go full screen on you so that I can see it. I'm still waiting. Dead space on air is lame.
God damn it. Sorry. It's taking forever. I should just.
That's why you're not. Well, no, you actually kind of are a main researcher, actually, if I think about it. You know all the technical stuff. I just know vague shit. Just enough to make me sound somewhat intelligent unless I'm challenged. And then, yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I've never seen her before.
You don't know who that is?
Nope.
She's the one that yelled at the president at his last his last State of the Union.
Was she an incumbent?
Yes.
Oh, that's weird. No.
No one thought she was going to lose either.
Did she really lose, though, Kevin? Should we go down that rabbit hole? No.
I don't fucking know. It's Colorado. Who knows? I don't believe any election anymore. I'm
It's
still
hard
going
to
to vote.
tell, though. You might get people that are all like uppity and like, I can't believe she yelled at the president. I just can't vote for her again. I mean,
Well, it might just be because, well, I don't know what district she's from, but I mean, there's a lot of people moving to Colorado, a lot of hippies and shit.
fucking hippies.
Exactly.
They warned us about those back in the 60s. We're all like, oh, whatever.
Marijuana makes you dumb, and Colorado smokes a lot of marijuana. So,
Actually, they do say the new strains of marijuana do make you dumb.
well, yeah, probably.
It
I
fucks
don't
up the
fucking know.
brain development in adolescence.
Yeah, and these are the people that are going to be running the country later.
I'm telling you, that's what I was trying to explain to one person when they were like, people should be able to do whatever the hell they want and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you do realize that these people are going to grow up and then they become the leaders. And we're already seeing the fallout from because the people coming up into like age of being elected and leadership roles. That's about was it? Is it would that be millennials or Gen Z? I mean, because technically we're kind of in that age too, which is why at
It's
some
our
point
generation.
I'm probably going to run for mayor of Amarillo. I
Gen
don't know
X?
when.
Gen
We're
X,
Gen
maybe?
X. We're Gen X. Yeah.
So I think it's Gen X. I think Gen X
Gen
is
X
from
doesn't give a
1980.
shit.
Yeah, but that's the people fucking going for Congress and shit now.
Mm-mm.
Yes, it is, because we're what? We're 42, 43.
No, we're knocking on the door of Gen X. Like we're just barely in it.
You're on the older side, right?
We're on the younger side of Gen X.
And Gen Z or whatever. I don't fucking know. It's a
Millennials.
whatever. People from 19 fucking 80 on is who's fucking coming up and being retarded.
Well, these are millennials, and they're
Yeah.
hypersensitive. They're not too bad, but like that's when it started, and like people are
No,
like,
we're like the
emotional.
age of the parents of the millennials, right?
yeah, this would be our fault
Yeah, it's our fault.
because
That
like
and the
it's weird
internet.
because Gen X was like the most non-racist, cool generation because we don't give a fuck about anything. But then people having kids are gonna be like, I'm gonna be my kid's friend and not their parent.
No, here's what the fucking problem is when we went to school, we were told like we had to go to college. So in case you were actually good at school or even like halfway decent at school, you went to college. And these college indoctrinated a bunch of fucking gullible assholes, and they found out they, want to, I don't know, they like free shit. So they're like, oh, I don't want to do anything really, and I want to teach my kid to be all liberal and dumb.
We didn't go to college, Kevin. Well, we kind of did, and then we quit
Yeah, I went to the school of hard knocks, motherfucker.
because we're quitters. Because we're like, oh, I have to go to college. Well, I'm going to go for a little bit, then I'm going to drop out. We're both college dropouts, Kevin.
Oh yeah, because I found out
Are
I
we
can make
dropouts though? Because technically, I finished my semester, and you finished your semester.
I finished 2 semesters.
So how do you not have an associate's?
You have to go.
You
for
went
2
for
years.
a year.
Yeah.
Okay, so I went for a year too.
Yeah.
But technically, we're not dropouts. We finished our classes. My credits are still good.
Yeah, my credit's still good too.
That's
like
because of a law that changed.
I think I'm like 10 or 12 credits away from graduating.
It used to be 7 years, but they changed the law. So I actually took my transcripts to community college here to see. The problem is I went to college for marketing, stupid. And that's all the classes I took. Like I took all my major classes the first year, none of my prereqs.
Yeah, I did computer programming, and I don't think they even program with the shit I learned anymore.
No, I remember I had to write a website, like actually write a website, and they don't.
Yeah, so
and then I went to do my presentation and it didn't work.
It's all garbage. I did a bunch of garbage stuff.
Yeah, I mean, because I remember when I made the website, I had to write the code for it. It wasn't like today where you just like, I want this picture, I want that picture, I want that video. No, I had to write all the code to make it work, and it didn't. Like I did it in the one format that they probably told us not to, so he had to check it on his computer. I got an A on it, but I couldn't do the presentation because it wouldn't work on the computer. But yeah, it's totally different.
Yeah, I'm just saying that, like, all these people were forced to go to college or assumed they couldn't get a job without going to college, and they got indoctrinated by a bunch of socialist, Marxist fucks who teach in these schools.
What did that guy call that? Inserts or something like that? Or
yeah.
But that's part of it. They get into the colleges and they fucking... I don't know, though, because we went to college and, like, I had teachers like that, and I'm like, yeah, you're dumb.
That's because you're a free thinker, Josh. You actually have an opinion based on your own beliefs. A lot of people
are assholes.
A lot of people are easily convinced. They don't have the mental capacity to argue a point. They just give up and they're like, oh, he must be right. He's a teacher.
They're like sponges.
No, we're fucking stupid ass sponges.
No, I'm not saying them. Not us.
No,
I don't know.
They're like stupid ass sponges.
Like I don't know.
We're like a brick wall, buddy. That shit just bounces off us.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if that had to do with like, was that our upbringing? I mean, because I would love to go. Like, my brother went to school. He didn't, but you could tell while he was, because he went to Iowa. You could tell like for a little bit there, he was like, "Oh yeah," I'm like, "Dumb, dumb," but it's just I don't understand that. It's like what your first day of college, you just check all your uh mental capacity at the door, like whatever you tell me, I will believe.
I don't know.
I don't understand it because that's how
I
you
know I
get.
didn't. I know I grew up on the poor side of things, so maybe that has something to fucking do with it too.
You just grew up with an attitude complex.
Yeah, I'm badass. No, I don't
You were
know.
poor. You had a
Poorish, yes.
house. Yeah. Good
Well,
cooking.
yeah, we
Food.
cook. Yeah, well, we hunted our food.
Well, that's true. I remember I broke out the window of the Bronco.
Yes, you did because you're an asshole.
You lied to me, and that's how it happened.
I did not lie to you.
Yeah, you did. You said the window doesn't roll down, and it did roll down. The problem is when I went to roll it up, the back glass exploded. So the problem wasn't going down.
Well,
It
my
was
dad
going
told
up.
me don't roll it down, so I just figured it doesn't go down.
He never let me. He never let me live that down either. I'm like, John, I'll replace the damn window. Just tell
You
me
know?
how much it's going to cost.
Yeah.
And then from that day forward, that Bronco always had a piece of plastic on the back.
Yeah, you're an asshole.
Hey, I am an asshole.
So,
But yeah, I think that's where you get the weaker electric. Now they did say though that like the only, and did you see that like 30% at least of like the votes going for Democrats or like the uptick in support for Democrats are unmarried females. I think between the age of 25 and 35, somewhere around there. Have you heard that?
yeah.
So I'm not sure what the hell that's all about, but yeah, apparently that's a thing.
Hey, Miss Independent, stop being Miss Stupid Ass.
Well, it's just funny though. People are like independent, but they're just like you're not independent. You're doing exactly what you're being
Yeah,
told.
you're doing exactly what they want you to do.
Yeah, it's weird. So I don't know. I mean, it's obviously not the red tsunami. It wouldn't. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it would have made a big fucking difference if it was. Other than like, now if we don't gain the Senate, guaranteed. Well, it's not guaranteed. I have a feeling that Biden will for sure try to pack the court. If the
There's
Democrats, if the Democrats retain, now I don't know if you have to have 60 votes for that shit.
You do.
But if they get rid of is that the filibuster thing or no?
Well, if it's 50-50 again, they can't get rid of the filibuster without 60 fucking votes.
Oh, okay. But what I'm saying is like if they, I think that was his plan. But
I don't think there will ever be a supermajority again.
Probably not. This country's so fucking divided.
So I don't think anything will really ever really get done, other than like probably unconstitutionally by the president. Maybe some bullshit bills will get passed by 51 and 50 or something. But I think you're going to get within all the time from here till the country falls apart in 5 years. It's going to be anywhere from 50-50 to 52, 53 to 47.
Probably. I think we need to have I think we're going to do an episode too on what we think could actually bring the country back together.
We can do that next episode.
Yeah, I think that'd be interesting.
What else were we going to do that you were excited about?
If we won, like if one of us won the
the lottery thing,
$1.9 billion in the lottery, what we would do.
We can do that. We can do. That can be a little half-hour
This
episode.
one's pretty heavy, pretty negative.
I don't know. We talked about buttholes, so how heavy is it?
You talked about sniffing buttholes. Because you're gross.
I don't.
There's a reason why like 75% of our audience is dudes.
Why? Well, I don't understand. I feel like we can cross the gender barrier.
I think if we were to go through
talk
and send an algorithm to go through all of our episodes, and who said the most jacked up shit, I'm just thinking you're probably gonna come away with the gold.
It's probably gonna be like a 90-10. Fucking, I don't know.
Which is weird. Why I do not consider myself the more moderate one amongst us.
Yeah, you're definitely not the more immature. Well, you might be the more mature one, but not by much.
Yeah, so
it's like a slim margin. You just seem to
it's like an
see. I don't conduct myself very well. I keep forgetting I'm on camera and we're recording this, so I assume I'm just talking to you and I can say whatever the hell I want, and I'm going to because until we get picked up by somebody that has going to give us lots of money and telling us, hey,
well, except for Whoopi, because according to Whoopi, who recently, as of tonight, possibly yesterday, because I'm not sure when she said it, is no longer on Twitter because some free speech shouldn't be free.
That's the dumbest thing. I hate all these people.
Yeah, they're dumb.
We can talk about
really
that.
upsets me because Whoopi Goldberg had a cool character in Star Trek.
It makes me mad because
Gaia or something like that.
She said something super anti-Semitic, and she's the one complaining that some free speech shouldn't be free, but yet she still has a job and, still gets to say whatever the hell she wants.
I don't know how the View stays online.
I don't think it's like ratings.
No, it's not like people are like, oh my gosh, I got to tune into the View to see what these just horrible people have to say.
But it's daytime, so there's not really many ratings anyway. So,
well, that's true.
Except for single women, 25 to 35.
Apparently, I think that's the sect. It's college educated single women that are making up like the uptick on the Democrat support system. That's like the only demographic they're gaining in. They're losing in everybody else.
Yeah, that's probably Roe versus Wade shit too.
Probably because that's that hookup culture.
Yep.
It's like I don't want to use protection because I just use killing babies as protection.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That could have something to do with it. I don't know. This is a stupid topic, and I'm fucking very disappointed in around half, possibly more or less, of you, America. You've disappointed me. Probably not any of our listeners, because if you're still listening at this point, you're probably pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
So just make sure you tell your friends, and I don't know about your family. Could make Thanksgiving interesting.
I don't give a shit, but listen to us on Thanksgiving. I feel like
you should do
this was the perfect Thanksgiving episode for everyone.
Exactly. If they have one of those hi-fi systems or whatever, just turn it on, baby. Crank it and then lock the cabinet.
Yes.
It's like, nope, we're all going to immerse ourselves in this butthole talk.
Hey, if anybody started butthole talk, it was you.
I don't think it was me.
No, you started it. You said, I smell like buttholes, and I said, I want to go to people's houses.
The funny thing is, I edit this show, so there's a good chance that I didn't say that, Kevin.
I don't like that. Wait, I don't like that. All right. I think we're going to end this.
Yeah, we're done. We're done.
We're done with this. Stupid people ruining my election day. I was drinking beer and everything. This is the only
episode that I'll be using the flannel koozie, but it is adorable.
Yes. So, I guess I'm Kevin.
And I'm Josh.
And this was The Lost Art of Common Sense.
We'll see you next week or whenever after this comes out, everybody. Common sense, baby!
Common sense! Common sense! All right. Later.